Hi, Will. Thank you so much for coming on Chester Lives to talk to us today. Obviously, you and I have known each other for quite a number of years because our children went to school together. But we're also neighbours in Grosvenor Street. So thank you, Will. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
It's been another busy day for you.
It's not been too bad. I could have done with it being busier, but the weather does that, I think. The weather has been bad.
It does. Will, for the benefit of people who are watching, I wondered if you just take a moment to talk a little bit about your story and the Panini Press story, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so the Panini Press has been established in Chester since 2011. We are the third owners. We took ownership October 2018. For me, the reason that I got into it, I've been waiting to do something with food in Chester for a number of years. But being a single parent to my son, obviously my working hours were quite restricted. So as soon as he was old enough to get himself to school, I saw the Panini Press was for sale, liked the location, liked the style and look of the business, and felt that I could take it onto another level, which I think over the last couple of years I've managed to achieve. Obviously the future for everyone is very uncertain at the moment, but we're still maintaining our course as previously. We're still trying to achieve all the things we were previously, and hopefully we'll come out of this a lot stronger and still moving forward.
I'm sure you will. I mean, you know, you have such a loyal following of people, not just on Grosvenor Street, but business people who, you know, who are always coming in and out at lunch times for you. And you're also open, aren't you, first thing in the morning? So that's great. Plus, you've got amazing reviews. You've got reviews on Google, all 5-star, and
TripAdvisor. All 5 stars.
I know, I mean, it really is. It's unusual to see a business with all top reviews across all of the channels, because you also do delivery, I think, Will, don't you?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we've been on Deliveroo. So the previous owner had the business on Deliveroo. I think he joined in February 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously when we took over the business, we had that as part of the package. We signed up with Just Eat pretty much at the point of lockdown, which obviously gave us, it took us into a different area, because at that time Deliveroo weren't delivering to certain addresses in Saltney and they weren't going into Blakeham for whatever reason. So we extended our reach through using those. I must admit that at the moment we are only really using Deliveroo. We've had a few issues with Just Eat. If there are any other local food outlets out there that use these services, they probably know what I'm talking about. They are great for the consumer. I don't think that they're so good for the business. Their commission rates are pretty high. I think as a business model, when they started, they were looking at targeting the bigger branded restaurants as opposed to the independents. But it's one of them, you almost feel if you're not on there, you're missing out. And that's something that we need to manage ourselves. We are looking at actually trying to do our own deliveries a bit further down the line. We're just trying to iron out exactly how that works. We want it to be as green as possible as well. One of the important things about the business for me personally is keeping our footprint as green as possible. We're single-use plastic free. We use recycled, sustainable packaging all the time. And I think that if we were to do our own deliveries, we'd like to do it on a push bike, as opposed to adding to the pollution in the city, the cars, congestion, things like that. So, yeah.
Well, I think it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, obviously we're very lucky because we're located very close to you, but it's wonderful that you've got that channel and that you are able to deliver, particularly for people who, you know, there are many people who are in lockdown still, or shielding, and it's a great service. And you know, personally, I think your menu is amazing, because not only is it good for meat eaters, but it's really good for well, I'm vegan at the moment, and you know, it's wonderful to go somewhere and you cater for everybody, gluten free, dairy free, and vegan. So
I think to pick up on that, I think you have to as a food business now. I think that if you're not catering to those dietary requirements, then there's a huge question mark over you. Why, you know, why not? At the end of the day, things are changing. The world is moving on. People are wanting to eat a lot healthier, and I'm quite proud of myself that I'm able to do that. We offer at least one vegan choice across all of our range, and plenty of vegetarian as well. I'm not a vegetarian myself, but I only eat meat maybe once or twice a week. I consider it a bit of a treat, as opposed to something that you have every day. So thanks for that. It's nice to hear. Thank you. And we thrive on the positive feedback. I know it's a typical sort of format from food service providers, but when we get positive feedback or a glowing review, the amount of money or the amount of people that we send that day pales into insignificance. It really does. Just hearing that positive feedback is so rewarding.
Great. No, it definitely is. Well, thank you, Will. Thanks for taking the time to talk today. And
no problem. Thank you for having me. Take care.
Take care of yourself.